Good afternoon. Welcome to CROW Lacrosse TV. This afternoon, we have the Senior B Minors Lacrosse Club in Fort Saskatchewan taking on the Rebels. Both of these teams are coming off of games we got last night. Rebels, they lost 20-8 versus the Outlaws. Minors, they're coming off an 18-8 victory against the Mounties. Getting ready for the face-off here. Battling. Minors come up with the face-off. Rebels pick it up though. Breaking into the Minors' end. Rebels setting up. Shot high and wide. Starting in goal for the Minors, Matt Hybert. Zachary Yopek-Stabel in the Rebels' net. Minors setting up in the Rebels' end, changing it in their offensive unit out there. Working along the outside. Behind the back, Yopek-Stabel picks it off, passes. Rebels working in transition now, getting into the Minors' end. Rebels working around the outside. Trying to work around the pick. Minors forcing them out. Hybert with the save. Minors in transition. Minors working it up. Changing, getting the offensive unit out. Lachlan working it over to now. Minors looking to work it. Yopek-Stabel with the save. Rebels working their way back over into the Minors' end. Rebels over to Josh McCallion. Working it up top. Over. Rebels looking. Shot low. Went high. Going to be Minors' ball. Minors picking it up, trying to go for the fast break. Defenders blocked it. Minors pick it up, though, and beat Yopek-Stabel. Number 9 on the Minors, Colton Bykowski, beaten Yopek-Stabel. Open the scoring here today. 1-0 Minors, 17:58 in the first period. Push lining up against Fraser Beret for the Rebels. Pesh winning the face-off. Behind the net, Minors setting up their offense here. Mettencow working. Pass was low. Rebels pick it up. Getting their transition going. In the Minors' end, dishing it, getting the offensive unit out there. Rebels setting up, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Minors harassing the Rebels forward. Rebels even the score here quickly. Number 96, Carter McAdam, ties it up at 17:15 in the first period. Hard-working goal by McAdams there. Push coming out for the Minors for the face-off against number 6, Gurian Nolski for the Rebels. Minors, nope. Minors miss the pickup. Rebels heading into the Minors' end. Holding on to it, dishing, setting up the offense here. Rebels working along the outside, trying to fight his way in. Stripped the ball. Miners pick it up. Going on a 2-on-1. Behind the back, high and wide. Rebels pick up the ball, trying to work their way out of their end. 18, Zach Wildeboer working his way along the far boards into the Miners' end. Dishes it up to Gurin Nolski. Works it over to McCallion. Loose ball. Miners pick it up. Holding on to it, waiting for reinforcements. Miners dish it. Mentenkow. Cross. Ooh, fast break inside. Yopek stable, big save. Rebels pick it up. Transitioning into the Miners' end. Potential break there. And the Rebels take the lead. 5 minutes into this game. Goal by number 12. Alex Wildeboer for the Rebels. Taking the lead here, 15-44, 2-1 Rebels in the first period here. Lining up for the face-off. Nolski push once more. Miners miss it, but they still manage to pick up the face-off draw here. Yao working his way in. Looking for the pass. Miners trying to set up, getting their face-off unit, or scratch that, getting their offensive unit out there. Mentenkow trying to rush in, blocked by the defender. Rebels fighting for the ball in the corner. Still fighting. Rebels ball, shot clock expired. Rebels working into the Miners' end. Down low. Rebels working up high. Trying to set a pick. Rebels working off ball. Their captain sets the pick. Trying to break inside. Didn't see him. Shot was wide. Rebound collected by Miners. Breaking into the Rebels' end. Shot was just wide. Rebels pick it up. Back down into the Miners' end. Greg Bourret picks it up, their captain. Shot saved by Hybert. Miners harassed in their own end. Right into the Miners' bench. Rebels pick it up. Shot. That pass was blocked. Miners collect it. Williamson with a good defensive effort there. Gets the Miners into the Rebels' end. Pass was low. Rebels managed to pick it up. Carter Albrecht passing it over to Zach Wildeboer. Over to Wheaton. Wheaton dishes. Working up top are the Rebels. Got some tight man-on-man defense here. Stripped of the ball, but Rebels recover it. Low shot was wide. Shot clock expires. It will be Miners' ball. Hybert dishing it to his defender. Miners transitioning the ball up the floor. Miners working in the far boards. Give and go there. Great effort. Good save by Yopek Stable. Rebels holding off, waiting for reinforcements in the Miners' end. Greg Bourret working on the long far side. Back to Bourret. Trying to work his way in through the Miners' defense. Had to retreat. Trying to go cross crease. Just missed. Miners recover. Power. Dishes. Give and go to Power. Shot. Yopek stable with the save. Rebound all the way back down to Miners. And Miners recover back in the Rebels' end. Holding. They've got 26 on the shot clock. Setting up their offense here. Fast break in the middle. Shot was wide. Over and back. It will be Rebels' ball. Both teams changing, getting their defensive and offensive units out there respective. Rebels going back up high. Miners pressuring, keeping them to the outside. Hybrid with the save. Holding, passing it up to Milne. Dishes, Miners changing, setting up in the Rebels' end. Bowen holding on the far side for the Miners. Trying to beat the defender, keeping him to the outside though. Fast break, and Bowen with the big shot, beating Yopek Stobel down low to tie the game. 2-2 at 11:39 in the first period. Push lining up against Nolski once more. Game's all tied. Oh, Push with the face-off win. Recovered, dishing it off. Miners setting up their offensive unit. Milne trying to stay onside. Rebels pressuring pretty far out. Lachlan, shot was mostly blocked. Rebels recover, working their way back up the floor. Rebels, Carter McAdam along the far side, over to his captain, Boré. Boré trying to work his way inside, push the outside, retreating, going in once more. Shot, rebound recovered by the Rebels. Up top, misses just wide. Able to keep it onside. Boré recovers. They've got big shot. Boré manages to beat Hybert. And the Rebels once more with the lead. 3-2, 10:33 left in the first period. Rebels worked quite hard for that goal. Managed to keep it in on the over and back and beat Matt Hybert to take the lead. Face off, won easily by the Miners. Push, swim stick, dishes, shot low. Yopek Stobel with the save though. Miners managed to recover the rebound. Defensive effort, loose ball now in the corner. Rebels still fighting. Miners come up with the loose ball. Behind the back now. Bowen with the ball. Far boards. Looking for it. Goes for the far shot. Picks it. Fresh shot clock for the Miners. Setting up. Got their offensive unit out there. Not much resistance here. Working on the outside. Looking, Minkow looking to shoot, decides to pass it, working along the outside. Trying to go for the quick stick, but misses with the pass high. Quick stick successful that time, cross crease, but Yopek Stobel with the save. Rebels come up with the ball. Number 12 on the Rebels. Holding, dishes the ball. Rebels working around the outside, got their offensive unit out there. Working along the outside. Miners pressuring. Hybert with the save. Rebels with the off-ball interference, but we are going to call time. Let the goalkeepers get a quick water break. CROW Lacrosse TV is brought to you by Battle of the Border. This is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus, learn about the Grizz lacrosse program, and full ride scholarships available for Canadians, all while taking part in the annual North vs. South box lacrosse tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border LAX. Nine minutes and 9 seconds left in the first here. Rebels leading 3-2. Rebels starting with the ball low on the bench side in the Miners corner. Starting low, up top to Ethan Pedersen. Loose ball. Miners come up with it. Rebels pressuring. Miners lose it. Rebels back in the Miners zone. Trying to retreat, waiting for reinforcements. Reinforcements come, able to dish the ball. The captain, Greg Barrett, with the ball currently. Weighing his options. Dishes in front. Big shot, saved by Hybert. Rebound, bounced right out to Power, who has a fast break, and he capitalizes on the fortuitous bounce to him. Beating Jopek Stobel. Number 4, Power, evens it up 3-3 at 8:27 in the first period. Face off. Push wins. Dishes it down low. Changing, getting all their offensive unit out. Rebels managed to strip the ball from Agus. Jopek Stobel dishes. Rebels working their way up. Rebels on the outside. Beret with the ball currently. Both teams setting up their offense and defense. Beret dishes. Rebels working their way through. Rebels 13. Ethan Pedersen pushed into 2 defenders there. Stripped of the ball. Shot clock expires. Miners ball in their end. Working their way up the far boards. Both teams changing. Lachlan with the ball for the Miners. Miners hold in far boards. Pick behind the back was just high. Rebels ball. Rebels working far boards. Holding, both teams changing. Getting their transition going. Number 6. Dishes. Rebels trying to work their way inside. Shot. Hybert scrambles to save it. Manages to. Hybert dishes. Bounce pass. Full court. Passes to Mentenkow. Setting up their offense, the Miners. 16 on the shot clock. Working their way around. Going across the floor. Rebels pushing. Keeping them to the outside. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shot was wide. 2 seconds. Decide to dish it in the corner. Rebels ball. Jopek Stobel working it up. Rebels. Trying to go for the fast break. Rebels. Carter McAdam. Momentarily stripped of it. Fighting for the loose ball. He loses it. Hybert comes out of his crease to recover the ball. Miners transitioning back down into the Rebels' end. Farrell up top. Passes. Trying to break in the middle. Rebels keeping the Miners to the outside. Kind of a lobbing shot there. Almost caught Jopek Stobel, but manages to keep it out. Miners grab the ball, working their way up top. 25 on the shot clock. Rebels pushing the Miners to the outside, trying to keep them out. Fast break. Jopik Stobel with the sprawling save. Ball on the bench side. Rebels fighting for it, managed to recover the ball. Working their way up the floor now. Scrimshaw passing it over. Rebels setting up, working around the far boards. In the far corner now. Shot went low. Shot was high. Over and back. Miners ball going to be in the Rebels corner. 5:08 left in the first period. It's all tied up, 3-3. Miners working their way up the far boards. Weighing his options. Going cross floor. Trying to get Jopik Stobel down low. Shot was wide. Going to be over and back. Rebels will start in the Miners' end here. 4:50 left on the scoreboard. Both teams getting their defense and offensive units out there respectively. Rebels starting the ball, carrying it up top. Boret with the ball, working his way up, weighing his options. Pass was short. Miners hemming them into the corner. Cross crease pass works, beating Hybert up high. Josh McCallion with the great cross crease quick stick for the goal. Push lining up against Honolski. Rebels taking the lead with 4:29 left in the period. Miners managed to recover, holding the ball, setting up their offensive unit, getting ready, working mostly on the outside currently. 20 on the shot clock. Rebels continue to work the outside. Miners passing around the outside, looking for the shot. Blocked by the defender. Jopik Stobel had to get back in his net quick there. Missed on the shot. Will be Rebels ball as the shot clock expires. Jordan Wheaton picking up the ball, starting with the ball for the Rebels. Low pass. Rebels capitalizing on a misplay there by the offense. Yao with the fast break. And he capitalizes, beating Jopik Stobel on his right side. Yao capitalizing on that big offensive miscommunication there. All tied up now, 4-4, 3:44 left in the first period. Rebels, Miners. Miners managed to win, push, holding the ball, carrying, looking to shoot. Goes in and beats Jopik Stobel with a great effort by himself there, winning the face-off and carrying the ball all the way down to beat the Rebels goaltender. 5-4, 3:37 left in the first period here. Miners leading against the Rebels. Back at the face-off, push. Doesn't win that one. Miners scrambling. Rebels finally managed to pick up the ball. Rebels ball. Looking for his reinforcements. Behind the Miners net. 2-on-2, 2-on-1 right now. Managed to dish. Misses the pass there. Push once more. Nope, sorry, scratch that. Power manages to pick off the ball. Picks up the Rebels dropped pass and beats Jopik Stobel to take this game to 6-4. Miners winning currently. Push Nolski lining up for the face-off. 3:08 on the scoreboard. Rebels trapping that. Miners, ball. Miners setting up their offensive unit, changing, setting up on the far side. Menton-Cow back over, weighing his options. 18 on the shot clock, goes down low, carries the ball up high. Shot high and wide into the Rebels bench. Rebels ball. Both teams changing, setting up their offensive units. Captain Boret carrying the ball into the Miners' end. Holding on the outside, looking for reinforcements, looking for a pass. Holding. Delayed penalty on the Miners. Jopik Stobel to the bench. Extra attacker for the Rebels out there. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. And they capitalize on it. Extra to offender out there for the delayed penalty for the Miners. Number 16 on the Rebels. Sorry, scratch that. Number 18, Zach Wildeboer, manages to capitalize on the delayed penalty and gets the game within one. 6-5. Miners leading with 2:18 left in the first period. Lining up for the face-off. Loose ball. Rebels managed to pick it up, win the face-off. Fast break. We got a 2-on-1, and Rebels managed to beat Hybert. This game is all tied up. Matt Murphy manages to beat Hybert on the fast break there. 2:07 left. Game is all tied up in the first period. 2:07 left. Miners, Rebels facing off here. Rebels pick it up, dishes. Rebels setting up. 3-on-2 forming. Miners setting up. Hybert with a big save. Miners transitioning back into the Rebel zone, holding the ball, both teams changing. Push, waiting, dishes to his reinforcements. Holding. Moving pick. Rebels ball. Rebels pick it up. Both teams changing currently. Working his way up the far boards. Rebels trying to beat them on the outside. Not quite. Pass to no one. Almost picked off by the Miners. Struggling for the loose ball. Battling. Miners come up with the ball. Fasting. Agus trying to beat the defenders. Runs into two of them. Working along the outside. Still has the ball. Passes it off before heading for the change. Farrell up top with the ball for the Miners. 15 seconds on the shot clock for them. A minute left in the period. High shot. Jopik Stobel with the save. Loose ball. Rebels trying. Both teams fighting. Stripped of it. Miners come up with the ball. Fresh shot clock for them. 30 seconds on the shot clock. 40 on the period. Working on the outside. Dishing. Going up high. Jopik Stobel with the stop. Rebound up front. Miners come up with it. Working in the corner. 28 seconds left in the period. Working back up top. Lachlan trying to break through. Gets a good chance, goes off the far post. Back up top, Miners ball, 15 seconds in the period. Working through the defenders, low shot, Jopik Stobel with the save. Rebound against the far boards. Rebels come up with it, 5 seconds left. Thinking about going for the Hail Mary pass, does not work. End of the first period, it is 6-6, all tied up with the Miners Lacrosse Club and the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. We will be back after the intermission here, all tied up in this Senior B lacrosse action on CROW Lacrosse TV. welcome back to the second period of the Senior B Miners versus Rebels on CROW Lacrosse TV. It is all tied up currently. Starting the second period off, Miners transitioning into the Rebels end here. 23 seconds left on the shot clock. Holding the ball on the outside here. Miners up top. Big shot, rebound. Miners, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Growing cross crease. Big save by Jopek Stabel. Fighting for the ball currently. Rebels come up with it. Both teams transitioning. Trying to go down the floor. Pass is missed. Miners recover and transition back into the Rebels end. Milne holding the ball for the Miners. Farrell holding the ball. Miners setting up their offensive unit out here. Farrell back with the ball. Passing over. Big save by Jopek Stabel. Rebels transitioning back down the floor into the Miners' end. Rebels holding up top. Working along the outside. Cross, floor pass. Rebels. Saved by Hebert. Rebels managed to recover though. Pass is missed. Rebels recover in the corner. Trying to work back up the floor. Working along the outside here. Rebels still with the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Crowd in front of the net. Rebels decide to hold. Delayed penalty for the Miners. Over and back. Penalty against the Miners called. Number 13, Adam Yao. To the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Yao protesting. Referee not listening. Jopek Stabel back in the net. All right, 17:55 starting of the power play. Rebels working along the outside here. Miners boxing out. Rebels working along the outside. Looking for a way in. Shot blocked. Rebels recover. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back up top. 6 seconds. Trying to go behind the back. Just wide. Shot clock expires. Miners ball. Working their way up. 1:27 left in the penalty. Holding the ball. Killing time. Still holding. Rebels not pressuring. Farrell holding the ball. Looking for a way in. Shot. Saved. Miners recover. Reset. 1 minute left in the penalty kill for the Miners. Bowen back up top. Miners holding. Killing time. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Looking. Trying to break in. Shot around the defender, saved by Jopek Stabel. Rebels working back up the floor. 39 seconds left in their power play. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Setting up the power play unit here. 15 seconds. Working along the outside, looking for a shot. Behind the net, down low, back up top. Save by Hebert. Miners, lobbing pass. Was short. Rebels managed to recover. Miners back in their end. 25 seconds on the shot clock. 8 seconds on the penalty. Shot just as the penalty to the Miners ends. Even strength now. Rebels looking to break in. Get a shot on Hebert. Saved. Power with the pass. Miners work it up. And Give and go. Miners score number 13. Adam Yao, fresh out of the penalty box, managed to beat Jopek Stabel. (7-6) Miners lining up for the face-off now. 15:39 left in the second period. Miners recover the ball after the face-off, setting up in the Rebels' end. Milne holding, waiting for reinforcements. Passes it off before changing. Miners down low, give and go, and they beat Jopek Staple. Cam Wengrignac beating Jopek Staple down low. Take the lead 8-6 for the Miners. 15:20 left in the second period against the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels here at the Dow Centennial Center in Fort Saskatchewan. Lining up, push with the win. Miners ball, setting up, transitioning down the floor. Rest of the Miners offensive unit coming on the floor. Errant pass there. Rebels recover. Missed pass for the Rebels. Miners recover. And transition down the floor. Rebels defensive unit out there. Offensive unit for the Miners still getting on the floor. Farrell holding the ball up top. Big pick. Passes it over. Back to Farrell. Looking for the shot. Was close to Wengrignac. Looking to come around the... And he beats Jopek Stabel. Went around the net after catching the ball and beat Jopek Stabel. Good effort by him, staying out of the crease and beating the goaltender low. 9-6, Miners, Rebels. 14:33 left in the second period. Lining up for the face-off. Rebels battling. Rebels managed to pick up the ball after the face-off there. Working around, getting the rest of the Rebels offensive unit. Trying to go cross crease. Rebels managed to recover. Shot saved by Hebert. Coming out of his crease, make the pass down the floor. Miners looking, break. Good chance for Biergriff, but missed the net. Ball bounced into the Miners' net. Rebels ball in their own end. Bourret bringing the ball up the ring, up the floor for the Rebels. Rebels holding on the bench side. In the corner, back up top. Rebels working around the outside. 15 seconds left in the shot clock. Just wide with the sidearm shot. Rebels, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Passing across. 2 seconds. Unable to get the shot off. Miners starting in their own crease, working the ball up, looking for the break from the bench. Waiting, holding. Ball loose. Jopek Stabel manages to recover in his own crease. Passing up. Rebels transitioning into the Miners' end. Holding the ball, waiting for the offensive unit to get out there. 18 seconds left. Passing to the offenders coming off the bench. Working around. 12 seconds. Rebels working up. Pick. Rebels. Low shot, just wide. 4 seconds. Rebels trying to get their defenders on early, so there is no fast break. Miners pick up their ball in their own end, working their way up. Bowen holding the ball up top, passes. Miners working around, push. Good break on the inside. Rebels defend and manage to pick up the rebound. Miners, good offensive pressure though. Forechecking pressure. Hebert recovers. Milne transitioning up the floor. Passes over to Farrell. Looking, thinking about shooting, decides to pass it off. Good decision to pass it off as well, as he passes it to Mettenkow, and he beats Jopek Stabel high. Miners 10-6 currently in the second period. 12:03 left. Lining up for the face-off. Rebels managed to win it. Dishes it off. Rebels offense changing, getting on the floor. Rebels working around the outside there. Looking for the shot. Defenders pressuring. Boret holding. Lots of pressure by the defenders. Good underhand shot by Boret. Hybert saves. Miners heading up the floor. Holding. Defenders coming on the floor for the Rebels. Pressuring as the Miners offense gets on the floor. Lachlan holding up high. Passes. Farrell. Good high shot, just wide. Rebels. Hebert bobbled the ball for just a second. Off of the Rebels defender into the Miners bench. Miners ball. 30 seconds on the shot clock. 10:55 left in the second period. Good give and go. Farrell manages to beat Jopek Stabel. He had most of the ball but couldn't get all of it, and it trickles in after the shot. 11-6. Miners currently leading against the Rebels in the second period. Hybert at the bench having a issue with his equipment. Goaltender timeout here. Rest of the players waiting on the floor. Hybert heading back to his net after getting some adjustments. Jopek Stabel hydrating. Lining up for the face-off. Rebels win. Manages to beat the defender on the outside, but is quickly caught up to and stripped of the ball. Miners behind the back pass, working up the floor. Jacob Power, cross floor. Miners recover, working up, trying to set up their offense. Farrell holding, waiting. 17 on the shot clock. Miners, errant pass, manages to beat Hybert for the, Jopek Stabel for the ball. Rebels came up with it, but were stripped of it by Farrell. Pass partially blocked by the defenders. Rebels managed to get it. Forecheck pressuring the Rebels defender. Rebels worked up the ball up the floor though. Tried to swim. Caught. Currently 2-on-1. Rebels dish it. Recover the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Pass was partially blocked. Rebels. Pass was dropped. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-on-1 potentially. Rebels Rebels 44. Josh McCallion beats Matt Hybert with the underhand shot. Miners currently winning 11-7. McCallion up to 4 goals on the season. Face-off won by the Rebels. Rebels working on the outside. Little fake give and go there. McCallion up. Looking. Hybert with the save. Miners. Agus with the ball. Defenders caught up to him. Still has it in the corner. Getting accosted by the Rebels defenders. Dishes up high to Bykowski. Pass was blocked, but Miners recover. Bykowski with the ball. Holding, waiting. Lachlan up high. Shot. Jopek Stabell with the save. Miners recover the rebound. Loose ball currently. 25 on the shot clock for the Miners. Miners tried to go for the underhand, blocked by the defenders. Bowen up high right now. Push from around the back of the net. Push gets the quick pass from Bowen and beats Jopek Stabell. And the Miners currently winning 12-7. 8:19 left in the second period. Push and Nolski lining up once more. Nolski won it, but Miners recover. Miners 3-on-2, and Miners. Lachlan beating Jopek Stabell 12-7. Scratch that. 13-7. Miners leading with 8:08 left in the second period here in Fort Saskatchewan. Push Nolski once again, lining up. Early start there. Timeout here. Players returning to their benches. Once again, Battle of the Border is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus, learn about the Grizz Lacrosse program, and full ride scholarships available for Canadians, all while taking part in the annual North vs. South Box Lacrosse Tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border LAX, all one word, on Instagram. CROW Lacrosse here in Fort Saskatchewan. Fort Sask Rebels taking on the Miners Lacrosse Club. Miners winning 13-7 currently. 8:08 left in the second. Rebels starting, working the ball up top. Boret over. Rebels working around the outside here. Trying to cut in, probing. Rebels still working the outside. 16 on the shot clock. Low shot saved by Hybert. Comes out of his crease to pick up the rebound. Miners working up the floor. Weighing his options. Lachlan with the ball right now. Shot. Jopek Stabell saved. Rebels defender tried to bring the ball back into the crease. Miners ball. Working around the close boards currently. Miners. Good work from Farrell caught the ball across the crease and beat Jopek Stabel. 14-7 currently. Miners, Rebels, 7:19 left in the second period. Push Nolski once again, lining up for the face-off. Rebels won it, but unable to pick it up. Finally recover it. Rebels working their way up the floor. 2-on-1 pressure there currently. Rebels maintain control. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Rebels working along the outside. Shot over the defender. Rebels. Number 14, Jordan Wheaton, shooting over the defender, beating Hybert. The game is now 14-8. Miners leading with 6:56 left in the second period here. Miners with the face-off win. Push holding, working the ball up. Milne holding the ball. Dishes to Farrell. Shot was wide. Over and back. Rebels ball. Teams changing. Defensive and offensive units getting out there respectively. Rebels in the corner, working it up to Beret. Cross to Rebels, working along the outside, trying to go cross crease. Missed pass. Miners working their way up. Power. Holding, waiting for their offensive unit to get out there. Rebels. Bergloff sitting in front of the net. Pass wasn't there. Farrell, high and wide. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Both shots missed. Sidearm was just wide. Rebels ball. 6:01 left in the second period. Rebels, Brett in the corner. Holding, weighing his options. Trying to cut inside, but decides to hold off. Working on the outside. Rebels back up to Barrett. Rebels defender without a stick currently. Miners recover. Pressure by the number 13 on the Rebels. Farrell currently behind the back. Pass. Bowen holding. Pass was missed. Jopek Stabel recovers, trying to go full court. Manages to it, but Hybert with the save, with the close shot. Miners working their way back up the floor. Rebels pressuring, trying to push for the over and back, but can't quite get there. Rebels. Miners trying to cut in. Close shot off the post. Rebels recover the ball. Working up the floor. 25 on the shot clock. Holding, waiting for the reinforcements. Pass to Bouret. Had an open lane, shot. Hybert with the save. Errant pass by Hybert. Picked off by the Rebels. Rebels setting up for their offensive unit to get out there again. Working along the outside. 18 on the shot clock. Working in. Rebels unable to get that shot off. We're in the crease. Miners pick up. Working down the floor. Push currently. Waiting for his offensive unit to get out there. Passes and changes. Miners working along the outside. Shooting through traffic. Miners recover. Scratch that. Rebels managed to pick it up after the Miners missed that loose ball. Holding off, passing, 20 on the shot clock. Rebels working around the outside here. Agus comes up behind and catches Beret, but Rebels still maintain possession. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to work in, held to the outside by the Miners. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shot wide. Miners ball on the shot clock violation. 3:14 left in the second period. Miners leading 14-8. Currently have possession here. Wide open, Farrell left all by himself in front of the net. Beats Jopek Stabel for the 15th goal of the game. Currently leading 15-8. 3:06 left in the second period. Pushnolski once again lining up for the face-off. Battling this time. Trapped. Rebels come up with the ball. Working along the outside here. Captain with the ball, dishes it. Trying to work. Trying to catch the off-ball picks. Running across the top of the house there. Low shot. Miners trying to work it up. Hebert with the low pass. Miners with the turnover there. Rebels currently working. Rebels working their way through. Dishes it off. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Picked off by the Miners defense. Working their way up. Miners holding, waiting for the offensive unit to get out there. Miners still waiting, setting up. 17 on the shot clock. 11 on the shot clock. Farrell with the shot. Jopek Stabel came out of his crease, but Rebels currently with the ball. 24 on the shot clock. Plenty of time here to work in the offensive zone for them. Working down low. For it, cross floor. Rebels looking for the shot. 7 seconds. Going cross. Shot this time. Hybert with the save. Loose ball. Miners come up with it. Working their way down the floor. Both teams changing. Miners working. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass missed by the Miners, but come up with it. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 54 seconds in the period left. 3 seconds. Time will expire on the shot clock. Rebels ball here. 47 seconds left in the period. Rebels working up the floor. 40 seconds left. 23 on the shot clock. Try to give and go there. Were not successful. Hybert trying to cash push with the fast break there. Unsuccessful. Waiting for reinforcements as his team changes. 24 seconds left in the period. Holding. Letting time tick down. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Miners working around the outside here. Give and go. Farrell with the shot. Up. That one counted as the shot clock expired. Jopek Stabel with the sprawling save. Rebels, 1 second left in the period. They'll hold as time expires. Miners currently leading 15-8 against the 4th Saskatchewan Rebels here as the second period comes to a close. We'll be back after a short break here on CROW Lacrosse TV. Welcome back to CROW Lacrosse TV. We've got the Rebels taking on the Miners here in Fort Saskatchewan. Good chance to start the period off for the Rebels. Currently trailing 8-15. Rebels working around the outside here in the third period. Low shot. Hybrid didn't know where it was. Rebels recover the rebound. Fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock for them. Holding, waiting. Passes over to Bure. Cross and a quick save by Hybrid. Miners transitioning up the floor currently. Waiting for the offensive unit to get out there. Behind the back, good opportunity for the Miners, but the shot was wide. Rebels, one-on-one currently. Trying to break in. Miners push the Rebels to the outside. Miners recover. Back up the floor. 3-on-2 Miners. Shot was blocked by the Rebels. Quick break up the floor for the Rebels. Shot was wide. Battling for it. Rebels come up with the ball. Up high. Rebels working around the outside here. Rebels. Big 13. Ethan Pedersen. (18:33) in the third period. Ethan Pedersen scores. Score is now 15-9. Miners currently leading the Rebels here at the Dow Centennial Center in Fort Saskatchewan. Battling. Miners almost come up with it. Battling right in front of the Rebels bench here. Loose ball. Rebels come up with it out of the scrum. Rebels working it up the floor. Pass was low. Rebels come up with it. Trying to work on the outside, weighing his options. Rebels go up high, setting up the offense here. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes up high. Rebels working around the outside still. Cutting inside. Low shot. Hybrid with the save. Stepping out of his crease. Hybrid dishes. And Miners transition. Pass was high. Ooh. Rebels. 8 a shot there on the loose ball. Miners, number 51. In the box. Trainer out on the floor there currently. Rebels 27. Carter Albrecht. He was leaning down to try and pick up the ball. 8 a shot. Luckily walked off the floor on his own strength. 5 minutes on the scoreboard right now for the penalty. Five-minute major there, number 51. Rebels working around the outside here. 5-minute major. Rebels recover. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Holding on the outside. Looking for a lane. Down the middle. Shot mostly eaten by Hybrid, but bounced off the post. Stayed out. Milne working his way up. Ooh. Bure with the pick. Carrying down the floor. Rebels looking, working on the outside, looking for a lane. Shot by their captain, saved by Hybrid. Miners, Agus working up the floor. met by the defender, manages to get a shot off. Rebels recover the rebound, working up the floor. 4 minutes left on their power play. Holding the ball, waiting for the rest of the power play unit to get out there. Working around the outside. 14 on the shot clock. Play and pass on the close side. Up high. Looking for a lane. Quick pass. Recovers the rebound. That shot was wide. Miners recover. Power. 2-on-2 Foreman right here. Power holding. Working along the outside here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bykowski holding, killing time on their penalty. Miners holding currently. Pressured by the Rebels. Huge pick. That will be a turnover. Rebels working back up the floor. Setting up their power play unit. Basisti holding up top. Ball is working around the outside there. Working around. 2:45 left on the power play for the Rebels. Loose ball, recovered, 2 seconds. Shot, got it off in time. Miners recover though.
50-50 winner.
Milne working up. Push, holding, killing time. 2:25 in the penalty. Holding, working it over to Farrell. Holding, pressured by the Rebels defender. Wengrenuk, holding. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Down in the Rebels corner. Rebels grab it, work their way back up the floor. 2 minutes in the penalty. 14:37 left in the third period here. Rebels working, looking for a lane. Miners boxing them out. Pass was wide. Rebels managed to recover. Rebels working around the outside there. Pass was picked off, but Rebels managed to push it into the corner. Miners grab it, working it up. 1:28 left in their power play, or penalty kill, sorry. 14:03 left in the period. Miners working around the outside. Manages to muscle his way in for a shot. Jobek Staple saved it. Rebels transitioning down the floor. Rebels holding, setting up. 1:04 left in the penalty. Rebels holding. Playing pass. Found a lane. Shot. Hybert with the save. Rebels recover. Fresh 30 on the shot clock there. Rebels working. Tried to quick stick. Was wide. Rebels recover though. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Working around on the outside here. Rebels. Quick shot. Hybert smothers it. Steps out of his crease looking for a pass. Down the floor. Milne gets it. 23 seconds in the penalty. Miners working around the outside here. Killing off time. 10 seconds in the shot clock. 10 seconds on the penalty. Working on the outside here. Trying to go for a pass. Was blocked by the Rebels defender. Shot clock expires. Penalty also expires. Even strength with 12:38 left in the period. Rebels working around the outside here. Pick, the captain, Greg Bure, working on the outside, trying to muscle his way in. Going back in. Shot was high and wide. Miners, ball. Williamson working it up. Miners, Bowen holding currently on the outside here. Trying to muscle his way through the defender. Retreats over to Farrell, looking for the shot. Goes high, but blocked by the defender. Jopek Stebel grabs it, passes it up. Rebels holding, waiting for their offenders to get on the court. Rebels working it around. Wheaton passes it over. Rebels holding, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for a lane, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Wheaton high and wide on that shot attempt. Miners ball as the shot clock expires. Push holding currently in the Rebels end. Passes it over for the Miners as they transition into the offense. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Working it around on the outside. Big pick there. And the Miners. Number 22 on the Miners. Dean Farrell making the goal 16 to 9 with 11:09 left in the third period here in Fort Saskatchewan. Power lining up against Gurin Nolski. Nolski with the win. Rebels recover, trying to get into the Miners' end. Into the Miners' bench. Miners ball. Bowen holding. Going across the floor. Holding. Looking for the give and go. Shot high. Jopek Stebel with the save. Rebels recover. Holding it. Working his way up the floor here. Tanner Tassi dishes it to his offenders. Bure currently holding. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Goes across to Wheaton. Wheaton looking for a lane. Goes across. Big save by Hybert. Hybert with the ball. High lob over to the corner for his defender, which he misses. Rebels strip. Hybert with the save. Miners recover. 10:05 left in the period. Miners looking to work their way up the floor. Sharon holding the ball currently. Melne. Farrell. Works it down low. Rest of the Miners offense gets on the floor here. 13 on the shot clock. Rebels defense coming out, pestering the offense. Roughing is the call. Rebels defender. I'm going to take a quick break here. Oh, scratch that. 22. Farrell for the Miners with the roughing penalty. Rebels will be going on the power play after the break here. McCallion starting the power play off for the Rebels. Dean Farrell, 2 minutes for roughing. Rebels working along the outside here. 9:30 left in the third period. Shot by the Rebels. Miners chasing the rebound. Push, recovers behind the Rebels net. Looking for a pass. Holding. Up high to Bowen. Holding. Ticking time off of the penalty. Miners currently leading 16-9. 8:56 left in the third period here. Miners holding, getting pressured by the Rebels defenders. Dishes with 2 seconds left in the shot clock. Expires. It will be Rebels ball. Jopek Stabel passes it up. Rebels quickly transition up the floor. 59 seconds left in the power play for the Rebels. Working around the outside here. Looking to get back into this game. Currently trailing. Working along the outside, looking for a lane. Rebels find one. Hybert with the save. Rebound trickles behind the net. Rebels manage to pick up the rebound. Work it back up high. They have 25 seconds left on the shot clock here. 30 seconds left on the power play for them. Working around the outside here. Looking for a lane. Cutting in. Tried to go high on Hybert, but saved. Rebels managed to recover the rebound. Back up high now. Rebels working around the outside. 16 seconds left on the power play here. Rebels working back up high. Rebels shot. Hybert with the save. Rebound recovered by the Rebels. Penalty will expire. Even strength. 24 seconds left for the Rebels here on their shot clock. Working up high. Rebels. Shot was wide. Recover. 13 seconds left. Low shot this time. Hits Hybert. Bounces up high. Behind the back. And the Rebels. Number 13, Ethan Pedersen. Breaks in and manages to beat Hybert high. 16-10. 17 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third period here in Fort Saskatchewan. Rebels hoping to mount a late comeback here against the Miners. Down 6 goals currently. Lining up for the face-off here. Miners managed to win it. Power working up the floor here. Milne trying to break. Pass was just out of reach. Rebels recover. Transitioning up the floor now. Rebels working over to the captain, Greg Beret. Holding. Goes back up high. Passes. Rebels working around the outside here. Pass was out of reach for the offenders. Picked up by the defenders now. Working their way into the Rebels' end. Holding. Passing. Transitioning now. 17 on the shot clock for the Miners. Holding. Going back up high. Miners looking for a lane. Found one. Jopek Stabel with a sprawling save. Miners caught the rebound. Fresh shot clock for them. Working on the outside here. Rebels keeping them on the outside. Rebels managed to recover that one. Working their way up as both teams transition. Rebels. Long shot. Managed to recover. Tried to go in and get the close shot. Recover and are on the outside currently. Holding. Looking for a lane. Hybert with the save. Rebels recover behind the net. Rebels holding. Miners ball here. Milne picks it up, holding as he transitions up the floor. Rebels cut him off. He's heading to the bench to get a Miners offense on the floor. Miners working around the outside here. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 5:20 left in the third period here. Miners up 16-10. Shot. Jopek Stabel with the save. Rebels heading up the floor, looking to catch a fast break here, but are getting pestered by Mentenkow. Rebels. Bore holding at the top here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rebels looking for a lane. Sidearm saved by Hybert. Miners heading back down into the Rebel zone. Farrell with the pass up high. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Holding here. Rebels looking. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Getting held to the outside by the Rebels defenders. Tried to swim. Got it just off as the shot clock expired. Rebels recover. Head down the floor. Bounce pass. Rebels holding on the far boards. Setting up as their offense gets on the floor here. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 4 minutes and 5 seconds in the period. Rebels trying to go cross. Miners pick it off. Working on the far boards. Holding. Passes. And the Miners. Number 15. Jake Bowen from push. Beats Jopek Stabel low. And potentially puts this game out of reach. Miners are winning 17-10 currently with 3:45 left in the period. Lining up for the face-off. Push Nolski. Rebels win it. Working their way up the floor quickly here. Getting pestered by the defender here. Manages to maintain the ball. Bure here holding on the outside. Waiting. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to work his way around the outside there. Went for this sharp angle there against Hybert with the save. 3:20 in the period. Morgan working up the ball there for the Miners. Holding. Passes and changes. Miners. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Working around the outside here. Trying to shoot through the crowd. Recovers his own rebound. On the Miners. Cam Wengrenuk worked for that rebound and got it and beat Jopek Stabel low. 18-10. 2:59 remaining in the third period here for the Miners. Lining up for the face-off. Miners win it. Fumble it. Rebels capitalize and try to set up their offense here. 2:46 remaining in the period. 22 seconds left in the shot clock. Rebels still with the ball. Trying to go up the middle there. Pass was cut off though. Miners fumbled that one. 6 seconds left. Shot was wide. Shot clock will expire. Rebels dish it into the corner. Miners, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third period here. Miners working around the outside here. Holding. Farrell dishes it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Shooting. Jopek Stabel with the save. Fresh shot clock for the Miners. Trying to beat him low, was wide. Lachlan picks up the loose ball. Bouncing around. Rebels finally managed to recover. One-on-one here. Shot. Hybert with the save. Alex Wildeboer with the chance there. He heads off. The Miners. Bowen dishes it. 13 seconds left on their shot clock. 1:17 left in the third period here. Rebels pick it up behind their own net. Throw it down the floor here. Rebels staying onside. Over to Barrett. 55 seconds left in the third period. Found a lane. Hybert with the save. Miners ball here. Hybert's holding on to it. Time ticking off the clock. Down the floor. Good give and go. Shot, Jobek Stabel. Holding it behind the back. Beret trying to work it up. The far boards there. Couldn't work it. Miners with the forecheck. Miners to score. 19-10. Miners. 18 seconds left in this game. Miners, they will advance to 5-0 on the season. Rebels, they'll drop to 1-3 after this. Time expiring here. Miners holding the ball as the seconds tick off the clock. Final score, 19-10. As the Miners Saskatchewan Raiders here, Rebels, sorry, here at the Dow Centennial Center in Fort Saskatchewan in this CROW Lacrosse TV Senior B lacrosse action this afternoon. Once again, Miners Lacrosse Club 19-10 beating the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels this afternoon. Thank you for watching CROW Lacrosse TV.